Welcome, collective. Thank you guys very much for joining me. Let's jump into your read here. We'll see what the universe has in store for you guys. This deck was calling to me today. This is the elemental deck. So we'll see what message needs to come forward for the collective. So we got snow, speed. I see travel. See, somebody's doing some traveling. Passion, soul. Can you tell me more, please, Spirit? What's the traveling about? Mountains. I don't know if somebody lives in the mountains or they live near mountains or that's what they're traveling to. I got a lot of snow here in the cards too. Air, motion, movement. Somebody's taking a plane. Doing some flying. Why, Spirit? Can you please tell me more about this read? Give me a couple more. I am getting told where somebody's either coming from or going to. There's some sort of an event that's going to happen. Electricity gets knocked out. Can you tell me more, please? Earthquakes. Get earthquakes. So I don't know if while somebody's traveling back home, there's going to be earthquakes and they might not have their house anymore. A lot of buildings might get destroyed. Or if it's where they're traveling to and sort of where they're on vacation, if it's going to occur. Spirit, can you please give me more? This is an odd read. We usually just talk about feelings. Music, joy. Concert. This has to do with music. It's like somebody's traveling for a concert or to see a concert. Or while they're traveling, they go see a concert. I don't know if they're at the opera or something like that. Going to see a big concert. Dark matter. It's like a big storm. Like a big storm. I keep getting the dark matter. It ties into something in the sky. But then I felt earthquake with inner core. So there might be a few things going on. Somebody might be in a place where there's just a lot of shifts going on and then bad weather hits as well. Because the electricity gets knocked out. I'm telling you that. Wherever this is, the electricity gets knocked out. Spirit, can you please tell me some more? The sun. You know, that's interesting too. Because we are getting more solar flares. And I even talked about it knocking out the internet for a while, or the possibility of it, or they're being very strong, that might be something that we encounter because of it. And I kept feeling that from the sky, and then the power getting knocked out too. So it may all tie into it. This one, and then that one went sideways too. But this is the one that fell out. Gravity. Yeah, earthquake. Shaking, earthquake. Oh, volcano. Well, that would make sense to have that one tie in as well. Ice. I get pulled back to mountains. So wherever this is taking place is somewhere that has the mountains and volcanoes. That's part of what's going to happen here. That's why there's the earthquakes. A volcano is going to erupt. That's what I'm getting told in my cards. And while it's happening, there's some sort of a concert going on. Some sort of a music fest or a festival. Like, I don't know, guys. I don't keep up with stuff in the world. Especially other places in the world. So I have no idea where this is taking place. I do see that lots of buildings get destroyed in this. Spirit, can you please bring me more? This deck almost wants to jump out of my hands too. It's the weirdest thing today. Pressure transformation. I got told the top card too. Oceans. So, flooding. I got told flooding. I don't know if it's right on the coast, so it's going to cause a tsunami when it happens with the earthquakes. But I see flooding too. The pressure. Tectonic plates. So it's somewhere there. I know Japan's been rocked a lot lately, guys, and I think they were on notice that they might be more. It would fit with some of these cards, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure. I just know the place has mountains. Somebody's traveling there or traveling from there to go to some sort of concert, or they're going to be attending a concert when all of this takes place. There's a volcano erupting. There is an earthquake. The power is getting knocked out. I keep getting pulled back to the sun. I'm not entirely sure what that's all about. Spirit, can you please bring me some more clarity on this read for the collective? King of Wands. Temperance. King of Cups. I do see loss in these cards. Somebody may be losing people close to them when all of this happens. And wherever this is taking place, I see a lot of loss. Spirit, can you please bring me some more? Four of Coins. See, homes. I ain't pulled back to the homes. Buildings being destroyed. See, this feels like the energy of the person who's going to be affected. This is the energy that's tied into music, going to the concert, or maybe they are a musician and they're traveling for work, or they're participating in this concert. This person, I gotta pull some more here. Five of Cups. Yeah, I do see a lot of sadness. I do see like it's like somebody's, I don't know if they're there when it happens or they're not there when it happens. So I feel like all of this happens, but this Knight of Wands who's participating in the music, this person doesn't get harmed by it. Like physically they don't get hurt, but they suffer losses. They lose people in this. There's that Five of Coins. Home. But I keep feeling like people too. And then this this Page of Swords, I have this sense of feeling lost after it happens. And like, now what? Now what do I do? Spirit, can you please bring some more? Oh, these guys. Queen of Cups. And Choices. And then somebody's got to choose. It's like this person has to choose whether to go back there and rebuild, or go back and be with whatever family is left to try and help out, or whether they're going to stay where they're at. Because like I said, they traveled. So they have to decide now where they're going to go and what they're going to do. Spirit, can please, you got to clarify that. This is the strangest read, guys. Like, you know my reads, we're used to talking about feelings, not the weather and things like that, natural disasters happening. I see a lot of fear. See, somebody's afraid to go back, or they're afraid to face what happened and face the losses, or face the having to rebuild. Ooh, yeah. This one, but this one first. That was the King of Coins. Yeah, because I have this sense of younger energy, losing older energy. So like losing their parents, or losing, and it feels like a masculine. I have to tell you that, and I got that right from the beginning. It feels like losing a father who was like kind of the head of the family, kind of ran things, and who this person would always sort of go to for advice. So it's a pretty big loss, and that's why I got this really lost feeling with the Page of Swords. Somebody really feeling lost. They get left with, that's interesting. This person's from a well-off family. They get left with a big inheritance. I don't know if this is the family business or just money. But they do get left with an inheritance. It's like there's something, they're afraid of it, whatever it is, which is why I was thinking like some kind of company. It's like not sure, because this masculine figure feels like a father figure, this King of Coins. It's like the King of Pentacles. He's built up some kind of huge success, and this person is afraid to sort of take on whatever's being handed to them. Afraid to take on. It's like afraid to take that on, can't live up to. Feel big indecision about whether to take it on or not. This person doesn't know if they're up to the task to step into someone else's shoes. Yeah, I get lots of younger energy with whoever this is who suffered the loss, who did not get physically affected by all the shifting and the changing. Chariot is that travel. This person's afraid of traveling back home. After the devastation, the flooding, the earthquake, the volcano, it's like they are afraid of traveling back home and seeing what's left of things, and basically having to take over and pick up where their father, because I do feel like it's a father figure, where their father left off. They feel like they're too young for it. They feel like they're not ready for it. They feel like they're too immature, or they don't know everything they need to know to fill those shoes. And to be that Nine of Coins, the Nine of Pentacles, to be able to build an independent wealth or a new legacy by themselves. That's really interesting too. So whoever this person is, they have a karmic in their life. I'd tell you, it's like a greedy karmic. So this karmic would like them to go back. Whatever misgivings they're having about going back and having to face things, they are being pushed by a karmic to go back, to take over the business, because the karmic wants the money. And they're having to face a choice. I think their karmic is giving them some kind of ultimatum. Like, if you don't go back and take on the business and take on the wealth and take on the money, I'm breaking up with you. This person's really at a crossroads because they had built a life. They had built a life that was independent of what their father had built. And they were traveling. They might have even moved to another place. So maybe it wasn't just traveling one time. That person might have actually moved, and they were that far away that they had to take a plane to get there. And they have this other life that they've built. So they would have to shut that whole life down, go all the way back home, and then they said, like, pick up where their father left off. They're really at a crossroads here, and they're not entirely sure what to do. They need to be real careful about the karmic they have in their life. That person very much has ulterior motives and does not want what's in their best interest. That person's adding to their stress and adding to their worries and making it harder for that person to make a decision. So we got the Devil and the Seven of Swords. Like, they're playing the long con. Whoever that karmic is definitely playing a long con. Because they want to be rich and they want to have power. They want wealth and power. And they see that this person might be a meal ticket. So they're trying to push them into it, even though this other person is like really not ready for the responsibility, or isn't sure if they're ready for the responsibility. Spirit, can you please bring me more on this read? This is one of the strangest reads we've had, I think. Five of Swords. Spirit, please clarify what the Five of Swords means in this read. Eight of Wands, and Queen of Wands. Travel. More travel. They have a feminine energy that I think survived. I don't know if this is a mother or a sister. They have a feminine energy that survived all the destruction of what happens or has happened. I don't know if this has already taken place, guys. Tarot does not give me dates and times. It's just telling me events. And it's like going back to help the Queen of Wands. But I gotta tell you, with the Eight of Wands, like, I don't feel the karmic energy in there any. Six of Cups. Oh, that's interesting. If this person chooses to go home and try and take that life on, they're going to pick up a romance back there of somebody they left behind when they pursued a new life. And that would make sense why the Fountain card came forward too, because it's the only different card in this deck. It's like that ultimate crossroads in our life, where if you go left, your life is going to go one way. If you go right, it's going to go a completely different way. So if they give in to sort of fear and pressure and allow themselves to be controlled by the karmic, their life is going to be miserable. But if they follow their heart, I feel like they're going to wind up very happy. And it might still be going back home, but I feel like that karmic can't be involved. It's going to be like dumping the karmic. Seeing that the karmic is greedy and that the karmic is not actually caring about their heart and what they're going through. But there is somebody back home who will. I definitely did get a soft feminine energy with that. And that Queen of Wands, which is why I thought maybe it was like a mother that somebody was going home to, or a sister. But then with the Six of Cups, it feels different. It feels like somebody from the past who they stepped away from, who they do not have a family relationship with, I'll tell you that. And it's like coming back around to that and learning to appreciate that person in a different way and having that relationship blossom in a different way too. Spirit, can you please give me a few more? Clarify this story a bit more. Oh, the Lover's card. And the Eight of Cups. I gotta tell you, I feel starting a new path for this person. It's like finding their true happiness in making a new life. And I do feel like it actually comes from going back home and taking over. But it's not like taking over and doing exactly what their father did. I feel like they have something new to offer and can put a new spin on things and build just as successful as what their father built. And then especially with whoever this feminine energy is by their side, I see a lot of happiness. I see genuine happiness, long-term happiness. And because that karmic's got to get ditched. I get just heavy karmic energy, like just money, 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 want the money, doesn't care about feelings, not honest, really deceptive, real nasty energy. It's like somebody who has to get left behind. For somebody back home who was true to begin with and who's still true. I feel like somebody finds themselves going back home after all of this. It is one heck of a process, and I see a lot of grieving, and I see a lot of loss, but I see a lot of growth too. So I honestly don't know who has gone through this or how this resonates with the collective. It's, like I said, it's an odd read. This is not really a read that, comes out. We just don't usually talk about big events happening in the world. But this one's a big one. And it changes a lot of things for a lot of people. But this is one story from somebody who this very deeply affects, guys. Huge. Now, I said big choice for this person to make. But it looks like a lot of happiness awaits them back home. They just need to shed the dead weight and follow their heart. Wow, that was a very, very different read, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. I would love to know what you think of it. If you can please leave a comment below. I would like to know who it resonates with, or if you've heard of this story, if it makes sense to you, because I quite frankly feel a little bit lost with all of it. Alrighty, guys, take care.